What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian. We're getting ready to go ahead and get the benediction started. Yeah, we gave up the draws again, so it is what it is at this point. But sit back, relax, enjoy, and just put your cast your burdens down to the altar. This is the benediction, y'all. Let's go. As painful as that was to endure, I gotta bring the fellas into the building, man. What's going on? And look who else we done had to slide up in here tonight. Long time no see.
Hey man, this is all I got to say. Fair you, fair you.
Oh Lord. Hey man, cut Donnie off. You about to get us blacked out.
Whew, that was rough. I mean,
Man, that one stung. All I can say is that one stung, man. At this point, all you can do is just sit back and just look like, what are we gonna do?
do you know what's funny about all of this? We haven't scored over 25 points yet, but the Carolina Panthers did this past Sunday.
No, they did 3 straight weeks since they benched Buddy.
I thought they benched them last week. I thought they were gonna cam down on first week starting.
They did 34 this week. They did 28 the week before that, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, they've been putting them numbers since they benched Brakes. They've been putting them numbers.
Again, that's because they also have an offensive coordinator that's figuring out how to use his talent. It is in the first year of doing this, but again, you can tell when and it's not that he doesn't know what he's doing. It's the fact that situational awareness has got to get better. Period.
I mean, if you look at that situational awareness, Tyler Algier was averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Bijan was averaging 1.9.
Mm-hmm.
That's situational awareness. We were 2 of 9 from third down. We have the worst third down efficiency in the National Football League.
Who's that behind me?
There you go.
Cheers.
No, in the past 3 games, we're 6 of 27 from third down.
In 3 games, he has 10
I had to take a shot of look. Y'all just made me take a shot of grape juice, aka communion water. That's what y'all made me take a shot of just now. I'm just being honest. When you look at the numbers, it's just been bad all the way around.
Look it up. In 3 games, Tyler has 10 touches. In 3 games, 10 touches, dog.
This man is averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
It's frustrating, and I've said this before. You want to make Bijan Robinson the star. You made that clear when you said you wanted him to be the next Christian McCaffrey because of his potential. This was said in the press conference when he stood in front of the press.
I gotta pull him aside, man. Because
Bijan ain't nothing but Darren Sproles. He's a flashier Darren Sproles. And I would
he's a little bit big. No, he's a lot bigger than Sproles, though. He got a little bit more pop than Sproles. I got to give him that.
He's bigger, but if you look at what Darren Sproles did over his career, he did the same thing. They have the same skill set. The only thing
Bijan is a little bit better of a blocker than Sproles was.
Darren Sproles he moves forward. Bijan falls backwards consistently.
I mean, he had 16 carries for 31 yards. Tyler had 6 carries for 32 yards.
So that's 2 yards a carry. That's 2 yards a carry.
But here's my problem. I don't have the problem with them running the ball. I got a problem at how they ran the ball. Why are you running a stretch play on a 4th and inches play when you've seen that their linebackers and their safeties they actually can run sideline to sideline. Kansas City's defense isn't that big. They're just fast and disciplined.
Kirk changed it. There's way too many reports out right now.
Yeah, Kirk, everybody said Kirk changed it.
Spoke on it. And Bijan spoke on it.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be a quarterback. That was supposed to be a quarterback draw up the middle. He ain't again. He's not healthy. If
quarterback draw should have been the last thing we tried to
put his ass on the bench and put in Michael Penix.
At least in those situations, man, we got to be situational football. I think he's healthy enough to sling the football around in the pocket. But when we have situational football like that, I mean, Penix should have been in.
Exactly. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. You got to force the defense to play honest. And they knew Kirk ain't healthy. So they sent the whole goddamn house.
Granted, Steve Spagnuolo, because they had about 8, 9 in the box. They already know we were down 2 linemen with Dahlman and freaking McGarity out. So Steve Spagnuolo like, all right, we about to test these boys, real talk.
Quick slam.
But you're speaking about one of the greatest defensive minds in the league right now.
No, absolutely.
The reason I say Spags, and I said this yesterday, I said Spags' defense is an amoeba. They pretty much, if you understand anything about biology, science, whatever, an amoeba literally can take the shape of whatever it's around. Guess what? That defense takes the shape of whatever it's playing against.
Yep.
You know, we got a visitor up in here. I done broke out the look. I said the communion wine a minute ago, but you know what? Somebody smelled it as soon as I cracked the cap. I got to go ahead and bring in the crooked deacon, John Harris.
Hey,
Big John.
How you doing, Jan?
The devil is afoot. The devil is afoot, and he's doing his business. I told you that one of the 7 deadly sins was avarice, gambling. And when you have 17 playing against 11, how you gonna get to heaven? How you gonna how without the Spirit of the Holy One are you going to arrive at the destination in your own church?
Well, you kind of like one of my old pastors, man.
John grew up in the barbershop. He had plenty of them to come through there with him.
Hey, John, but check this out. John. As crooked as that game was last night with them refs, you should have never been in that position to begin with.
Fact.
Yes, I agreed wholeheartedly. I agree 100% on both sides of the coin. We stabbed ourselves in the chest, and they took their foot and pushed the knife on through to the back. That's what they did. That's what your officials did. And I want to.
If Coach Team was here right now, I'd be landing to his backside.
Man,
pause. Gotta say pause, man.
But hey, we say pause, but us old folk who know that, because see, man, if
we understand that, John, with the old folks, I'm talking.
Yeah.
About
yeah.
You gotta say that. For. Yeah.
Well, let me say it like this. My foot would be so far up Robinson's behind that if he got a chest X-ray,
no, that's gonna
put it
on Zach.
No, and I got to, and I'll explain why. Explain why. My foot would be so far up in his behind that if he took a chest X-ray, he'd have a Nike emblem show up on it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And the reason why. Do you remember the 4th down play we tried to run last week?
Yep.
Where
you send Bijan right up the middle, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson hit him right in the hole. Yes.
Right.
Then he should have learned from that.
True.
Should have learned from that.
Very true. True.
You don't put a guy in there, and there's no disrespect to Bijan, because Bijan is who he is. But you don't put a guy in there that's one of them cats that just dang. Hold up. John?
Yes.
You done brought one of your hooligan friends up in here. He needs some saving right now. We got C Double in the house, the angry Puerto Rican.
What's up? What is
up, my man? Just recovering from the show yesterday, so that we
I
had to
broke out
do.
the Holy Communion today, by the way.
Thank you.
Soon as I cracked it open, John smelled it and he just popped right in. John was
Look,
talking about that communion last week anyway.
Look, guys. I was looking for John. He didn't reply, and I heard someone say "foot up." Someone's and I knew where he was. He was over here with y'all, so that's why I'm here. So sometimes you got to have that at least go. Hold on, John. No. Nah, guys. All right, real quick. I just want to say, man, my problem was the flow of the offense. And look, we're going to give kudos to the defense, and I get it. But my problem, we're letting third down is our kryptonite.
Yep.
I mean, so far in this young season, we can't get off the field, and we can't stay on the field.
Agreed.
If you're on defense, you stay on the field too long. John was saying, you're going to wear these guys out, and that one drive where we gave up that touchdown, you could tell. I mean, they did everything they could, but they were still worn out.
I agree.
So Zach, here's the thing. Everyone talks about how Zach Robinson is this, whiz kid. He's this guy that's learned under Sean McVay. Well, let me tell you something, guys. I don't know about y'all. I've been in high school. You could be under the greatest teacher in the world, but you could still be a D student. We may have a D student as our offensive coordinator, and he's still using the Tonka blocks to try to figure out what 2 + 2 is, and he still can't figure it out.
Dang.
You just simplified it so simple to where it just you can't even be mad at it at this point. You just got to sit back and say, I just got to scratch my forehead and say, you know what, I might need to go to detention for this one. I'm just saying, I might need to go to detention for this one.
Well, what makes it worse is Raheem is sticking with that guy as his guy, going, yeah, he's calling my place.
I mean,
but here's the thing. I don't think
it's I'm with you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think it's a problem with this guy calling plays. What I do think that Raheem should do is you need to have an experienced game coordinator to be his assistant that can actually get in his ear to help him out with certain situations. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not like he's a bad coach. Because when he's on, you see he can dial up plays. The 2-minute offense he dialed up was beautiful. He had a set of plays and scripts. But the thing that he's going to have to do is he's going to have to learn how to build off momentum and not kill momentum. What's up, Mr. FMLA? Welcome to the Benediction.
Oh, thank God he's out in the hospital. I was worried that he was in the hospital again after that game.
Man.
So Will.
What it do?
But now I'm gonna tell you this now. Now you can't be hitting me up all through the game like you be doing, man. I be trying to watch in peace. You be hitting me up every time something bad happens. We done lost this game. You live and die with the Falcons, dog. I respect it, but damn.
Hold on, Will is not the only guy.
Hold on. I'm gonna see this real quick because I gotta go in the stores and get my TV out real quick. This is why I'm gonna hop back on because I might lose signal. But Zach Robinson moving forward, he got to still be on the field, man. Because I know we lost our 2 linemen, Drew Dahman and Caleb McGregor. That hurt us, but we got to execute moving forward, man. They got to step up. I hate to say it.
You say you need to come out the box and call the plays in the field.
Say, hey, William. Hey, Terry just said they all need to come out. That boy need to come out the box. What's up, Ray? Foot.
What's up? Hey man, let me get in on this, man.
What's going on? Go ahead, man.
Time to sit back.
Pull back. Foot's here.
Hey, John. Look, John. We about to pull out the hot grease. I just need you to bring the fish. K-Dub got the hot sauce. And Glenn bring the sweet tea. This food finna cook. Go ahead. I already know what you're about to say.
I got you.
Look, fellas. Relax. Please relax. Y'all jumping on the OC, this, that, play calling. Man, look, at the end of the day, we got to execute. I have no problem. He wasn't doing no vanilla play calling. We had 2 offensive linemen out, and we still moving the ball. We just a couple plays and execute properly. I'm not mad. Yes, I wanted to win. It was there for the taking. We were in position to win this game. Let's keep it 100. A lot of people, include some of y'all, probably thought, "Oh man, we they out there. We finna do this." No, man. Look, we gotta relax, man. We are good. We're competing. And somebody I can't remember. CW, I think you said something about the defense. Defense ain't the problem. I can't remember who said it. Defense.
No, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I know we're talking about third downs,
Yeah.
but
Either you're staying on too long or you're not staying on enough. And which offense you're not staying on. Defense, unfortunately, you're pretty much on there too much.
I get it. I get it. But we
Yeah,
made
yeah.
plays on both sides of the ball. This is
Oh,
not
I
the
agree.
Falcons of old. If you look at the Falcons of the old, this is not the Falcons of old. We are competing. We are
Mm-hmm.
making plays, right? So again, new regime. Look, I know we want the best. A lot of us been watching this team for 30, 40, 50 years almost, right? I get it. I'm just going to sit back and take what I see and evaluate where we at based off where we've been. I'm happy. Yes, I wanted that game, right? Should have had that PI in the end zone. We already know how it works, right? But again, fellas, let's just relax and let's continue to go on, right? Hey, we had the other two teams lose, so that helps. But again, this is a different team. I'm loving what I'm seeing, man. I know me and Ryan was talking on a little chat last night, back and forth. For this, just me. I know it ain't fair. I'm loving what I see with this team, right? And again, execute here or there. You seeing the difference. You seeing picks don't caught a long one. You seeing old boy Drake getting loose now. We got some speed, so we got some other weapons. The defense is buoying up. Let's talk about the defense, them key stops they made, right? Let's talk about them stops. Let's talk about what we were doing. Look, man, I'm cool. I'm upset we and lose, but I'm not finna jump on this team, Zach or whoever. Cause what Zach showed me, he know how to make adjustments. He's getting the feel that he made adjustments. What?
Yeah, I gotta push back on that.
Wait, what?
Great Beard,
go ahead, Great Beard.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I gotta push back on that on adjustment. If he made adjustment, he would have looked at B. John getting killed instead of putting in Tyler, who averaging 4.5 yards per carry. That can adjust.
Hold on. You're right. I forgot to mention. You're right. Absolutely.
Fourth and one. The hell you doing a stretch play?
Halfback toss or something.
The hell you doing a stretch play? I don't care. I would have put a tight. I would have put a tight end.
I'm gonna tell you this here. If they
didn't
run the quarter, hold up, fellas. If they didn't run the quarterback sneak, this is what Kirk should have done. You audible to a passing play, a short pass. Guess what? You got Bijan in the backfield. Line him up out. You got Drake out there. You got Pitts out there. Guess what? You keep Tyler Algier in your backfield because I know they had the personnel to do that. Where it could have been a short play at the sticks, where you have somebody clear out and somebody flood past the first down marker, and boom, Kirk gets it there. You're back in business. There's so many ways that it could have gone, but guess what? They decided to get cute like Philly did last week, and it bit us in the ass. Yeah. Period. Because we moved the ball down the field with no problem.
I ain't mean to cut that off, but every week we got to change our game plan because teams already written Bijan Robinson. Now we lost Drew Dahman and tackle
McGarity.
They didn't like McGarry anyway, right?
Yeah, they did.
Ain't he a turnstile?
And guess what? And Storm Norton, I call McGarry. I still call him a turnstile. That's coleslaw that ain't nobody want. Like my man.
One more thing.
And Storm Norton in there, because let's be real. When Storm Norton got in there, we saw how the running game took off when he got in there.
Yeah, you're right. You've been saying.
I'm not knocking him in there. I'm not knocking him in there. I'm just talking about William Amy. Like, we missing this guy. Wait, we next man up. Let's go.
Hey, William, I'm not missing him, big dog.
Listen.
No, I'm saying that William said that.
Listen.
Oh no, that's what I was talking to. I said, William, I don't miss him.
The center ain't showing no reading what the defense gonna do. When Bijan Robinson came to the left, nobody wasn't blocking that middle. It was wide open. So the dude When he seen
Got a
Mason
point.
was trying to stick his foot in, it was already too late. Cause that's what I'm saying. If you in 4th and inches, I'm not throwing a slant to Drake London, or I'm doing a bench route or a comeback or a halfback toss. Bro. I ain't said all that. Just do a halfback toss or a slant or something.
And my
Since you
and
right
my
in 4th and inches.
You risk losing yards with that toss because you got to remember this. You got to have your guard to come pull. That's going to have to fill the alley and clear away for him. And then while your guards is pulling, think about it. When that pitch is coming, you have that line, that defensive end who was killing it all night in the running game, screaming down the line, not tiptoeing, screaming down the line or whatnot, making the beeline at the stick to cut off the angle. So that toss wouldn't have worked because of that defensive front. The way that you beat them is either a quarterback sneak or you throw quick passes on them. That was how we moved the ball down the field in that last drive.
And I'm gonna say this too,
real quick. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead, John.
and I'm gonna say this too. Now, when the game started and Kurt got the ball was coming out just like this.
Yep.
It was clockwork. Bam, 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 bam.
3 seconds.
That's what I've been looking for the past 3 weeks. Getting rid of that ball, not standing there holding it, but as the game progressed, he got slower and slower on his read. Then, okay, the reason put that I say something about Zach Robinson. You running Algier on a toss. What the heck? Man, that man is a Peachtree Road runner. Straight up Peachtree to Buckhead.
Yeah.
And one more thing. You know what we missing? You know what we missing now?
Come on.
That fullback. Because our running game didn't take off until you had a fullback back there back in 22 and 23. You had a fullback back there. And see, look, B. John Robinson would be 1,000-yard rusher if he had a fullback in front of him. I mean, even with our offensive line healthy. You know, what I saw yesterday, that was just ridiculous. That was just ridiculous. You know, I mean,
everyone.
You know, my thing is that this right here is continuing to prove every week that the distance between the coordinator seat and the passing game seat, that little 1 inch, it tells me that may as well be 20 miles, because I see nothing right now to justify my faith in that man doing doing that job. That was just ridiculous, man. You had Kansas City. You had them. You beat yourself, and the referees helped you, because, man, they had Kansas City messed up. The way that we walked down the field in that very first series, they had Kansas City's defense messed up. Okay, now, one thing you got to remember, they're the Super Bowl champs. You don't knock them out in the first round. That's a 12-round heavyweight bout, just like it was with San Francisco in the Super Bowl. One mistake, their special teams mistake that San Francisco made, that San Francisco made in that Super Bowl, that resulted in them scoring. Okay? You know, you can't afford to make mistakes, man. You can't afford to make mistakes. Now, the league office, now I'm telling you, not just us. We not the only one complaining about what happened yesterday with the officials. Everybody is kicking it, because, see, the thing is, Kansas City, after the Super Bowl, and you know those San Francisco fans think everybody cheating against them, but everybody's saying, oh, they cheating for Mahomes. Oh, they cheating for Kansas City. And I mean, I've seen article after article after article today about the way that those people are reacting to what the nation saw. It wasn't just us sitting up here trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. The entire nation saw that. And the thing that got me, and I said it last night on my show, in order to make up for the pass interference call in the end zone, we get 3 pass interference and illegal contact calls in a row. Man, you couldn't put that much lipstick on a pig with those mascara makeup calls there.
Wow.
But here's the other thing that you miss. This is the other thing that you missing.
And that's
You speaking about it, but here's the thing: when you have a chance to when you have an opportunity, as you said, to have that one shot to knock somebody out or whatever, you got to take it. You got to take that shot. All my boxing fans here will tell you this. Think about it. You know what the hell kind of fight this was? I'm gonna take it back to John when you had hair back in the day and you was at the post office getting it. I'm gonna say
sorry, that was his theme music back then.
This is pretty much like going. I'm gonna say this here for all my older viewers. This is pretty much like Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, the first fight.
Ooh,
this is exactly what that game was like. Because guess what? No one thought Hearns was gonna have a chance in that fight. They thought he was good, but they didn't know how good he was. When he was banging on Sugar Ray and messed up Sugar Ray Leonard's eye. Yeah, that's the man who forced him into retirement. Guess what? The Falcons was banging on Mahomes last night. Pause. The Falcons was just putting boots to asses. That's all it was. It was boots to asses the whole game. This man that's sitting behind me, Mr. Simmons made him pay. He thought he had a freebie. Simmons made him pay last night. And then when you talk about we were able to sack him last night and pressure him last night and make him run. So, and his name, Kelsey was a non-factor last night. It wasn't him. It was Rice. I said Rice was going to be the one that you had to worry about. And guess what? We kept him around long enough. So instead of trying to box him, you want to stand flat-footed with him. And next thing you know, you paid for it. You don't stand flat-footed with a slugger. You don't leave him around. You go ahead and finish him. You go ahead and finish him when you got the opportunity.
Like Sub-Zero.
Everything was against us last night. Everything was against us. But that last drive, we had everything in our back pocket. We had timeouts, and we also had great field position. At that point in the game, I'm gonna be honest with you. You use Kyle Pitts, and because they wouldn't have expected it. Because if you think about it, that 60-something yard pass that he caught that coming across the middle. And I said before the game, the middle was there. The middle was there all game. And I said it in halftime. What's your question, Glenn?
I got a question. You remember on the 5-minute mark when we went forward in 4th and 5, which we shouldn't have done, in my opinion. I think we should have kicked the point. Should have took the 3 the way our defense was playing. I had more confidence in our defense being able to give up the ball back with ample time to drive down that field. You think to kick the field goal, you think we would have changed our game plan on that final drive?
We kicked the field goal. They're going to be more. Here's the thing: that we kicked the field goal would have been a 1-possession game for us to get the ball back. So we would have been playing that same stack defense that we were playing and pretty much applying different pressures. Jimmy Lake called a hell of a game with the assistance of Jerry Gray. Those two cooked up a hell of a game plan against the world champs. Guess what?
Yeah, they did.
I'm going to say this. I believe Kansas City plays a lot more desperate if we kick that field goal and we're that close. That's when Mahomes will get into that mode of where he gets desperate and he starts playing backyard football. That's what would have happened. But they would have made a mistake because let's keep it a buck. The man that's right here, Mr. Bates made the biggest play of the game at the end of the game. It might have not been a pick, but he made the biggest play by knocking that ball out of Kelsey's hands on that 3rd down.
Agreed.
And that gave us new life.
It
That gave us new life. So that field goal that Raheem didn't take, I said, and y'all remember me saying this in the chat. I said, that field goal gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
We didn't take it. I said, that field goal gonna hurt us.
It get me or do we rely, I mean, I'm talking about NFL wide. Do we rely on too many analytics sometimes on making calls like that?
Yeah, it's common sense ain't common anymore. And I hate that. I mean, sorry, but sometimes what is the right thing to do is the right thing. Think about it. They if you're telling me they audibled from 4th and inches to a toss play, something ain't right there. I'm like, especially when y'all been getting beat, like we've been talking about it. Now, what was it? And then, of course, don't even get me started with the field goals. Because honestly, my thing is this: it's Patrick Mahomes. I get it. People are like, when you're there, you need to get it. Okay, so I can understand it. That don't mean I would have done it, but I can understand it. But then that next time, you've got to deliver. Because to be honest, I was surprised that they didn't run the ball out. I thought the Chiefs would have done what they do. So for them to get a quick 3 and out the way they did, that was to me the most impressive thing that the Falcons defense did, because they gave us another shot to get in there.
But Chris, the thing that was different with that defense was this, man.
Mm-hmm.
The reason they didn't run the ball was because guess what? The defense adjusted. Jimmy
Yeah.
Lake and Coach Gray adjusted that front seven, and guess what? All those runs that Samaje Perine was gashing us for earlier in that game, all that went away. It evaporated.
It was
yeah.
it was the other guy
evaporated.
that got there eating a little bit, and he was
And-
an undrafted free agent.
And just think about it. Perine was getting beat up. He was getting good runs, but guess what? How many hats did y'all see getting put on the ball?
About 3 or 4.
Dude. Well, yeah. And then not just that, but Steele too. He was getting he was getting it handed to him
He
too.
got his bell rung.
Yeah.
When Ellis hit him in the hole and actually met him, and Ellis got run over in that play, but the collision was that violent. The Steele ran off to the side.
Uh-huh.
He got the worst. It might have not looked like it, but he got the worst of that because Ellis stayed on the field.
Yeah, man. We let him get too many yards though, man. Well, I looked at it.
Yeah, like
But when you don't, here's the thing. But when you have no knowledge on who's running the ball and you have no game film on it, it makes it a little easier for a team to actually to do that.
Shout out to Andy Reid too, man, because he put
shout out to that old line.
No, because this is what he did. No, this is why I say that, because you remember when about when they got Kareem Hunt to the practice squad, everybody thought that he familiar with how Andy Reid run his offense. They thought he was gonna be in the backfield. Andy Reid got the last minute said no, he's not getting moved up to the practice squad. So still, which nobody hardly didn't know, was the starting running back. So that was kind of a little bit of the check move by Andy Reid.
What's up, Rich? We can't see you, bro.
Yeah, man, you kind of dark back there, homie.
Boy, you about as dark as the mood of the Falcon fans last night, boy.
I'm good. Like I said, hey, look, man, the first 4 games, it's just a hey, man, let's see where we at after the 4th game, what we look like. Because I ain't putting too many emotion to it right now. This is a new regime, new team. Let's see what happens.
Honestly,
what's up, Rich?
Honestly, I'm not mad about this game like at all. Period.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you one of the main reasons why, because I don't recall too many people even having us winning this game when the season started. So I don't know why they, complaining and bitching right now. Excuse my language, but it's just the truth. Like most of y'all didn't even trust the team enough to even play this game. Let's just keep it real. Like
I had us going 3-1, Rich. I had us going 3-1 in the first 4 games.
I did have us going 2-2.
It may be a few people, but being in them groups, I know what I seen. Like, it wasn't too many people that had us with a W. Not this one particular game. And for us to come play that game the way we played that game, the look I seen in my own face on that TV, yeah, you got to play today, my boy. Yes, you do. You thought you was finna waltz in here, and y'all thought y'all just finna play them same old Falcons. They thought they were finna get Kelsey out, because you know the narrative of the Falcons. If you got a problem with your team, you can come down here. The Falcons will fix it for you. Prayer, you need to get off or get off. I mean,
hey, cooking
Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, keep going, Rich.
Talk to him.
Jesse Bates to lock down Kelsey the whole game. And then you got Mike Hughes locking down Worthy, and we know how fast. I actually got to see how fast Hughes was last night. I said, okay, we may got us one. So for me, this game was more of a measuring stick for my team. Is my offense all the way together? No, because you didn't listen to our quarterback when he told you let him play in the preseason and knock this rust off and get his timing correct. We all know that's another Matt Ryan. He a timing quarterback. So I don't fault him for some of them throws and this, that, and the third. Because from what I seen last night in the first 2 touchdowns, they better. In my mind, it's still like this. We put, regardless of that loss, we put the league on notice last night again. Whether you want to see it or not, we put them on notice again.
And remember, Rich, Kansas City is known for scoring multiple touchdowns in the game. We held them to 2.
Yeah.
And that's the bigger thing about
a lot of people don't see that. Yeah, we pissed about the loss because we had them, but the thing I said, I'm saying now, I'm even more impressed with our defense now because we're playing. Just think about it. I love the 4-3 defense. That's near and dear to my heart because I played.
That was part of the problem.
But that 3-4 defense, I got to give them this. They've actually been able to mix it a little bit better with the personnel that we have, and we're able to bring pressure off the edge. Something we haven't seen in a minute. Hell, Arnold Ebiketie made a play last night. One big play. He got the backfield. Ebiketie made one play. I was surprised. I said, "Damn, I thought he was dead."
But
Hall of Fame, baby.
But one of the knock about the 3-4 that we already said is we didn't have the personnel to run the 3-4. Do you feel comfortable with the personnel?
Goldman was killing it in the middle. Him and Taquan Graham, they was eating up the tackles in the middle.
Apparently, we got the personnel.
The thing is, you should have left as far as the defensive playbook. It's cool, but in my mind, you should have left it the way Nielsen had it, where we played more man than we played zone. And we played a lot of multiple where you did have a 4-3 front, a 3-4 front. You can switch to a 4-2. You can take it to a dime look. See, he was trying to have the defense be multiple. This cover 3, that's cool. I done seen so much of that with Dan Quinn. I really don't care for it, and that's because it gives up too much yak yardage. That's why I hate it. Because when you play in zone, as anyone know, you're still leaving a piece of the field open versus man. But at the same time, do we really have the speed to run man? So I understand where they playing from in the position they're playing from, because a lot of our players are older, so that speed to run man. You seen how the Saints were getting cooked on man. Every time they went to Philly with that man, Jalen Hurt made them pay for it. So
and Nate, he's on injured reserve.
Rich, you might just answer your own question.
Nate, he's on injured reserve right now. But
4 games, buddy.
Yeah, 4 games. He's on IR. But guess who got elevated, fellas?
Who?
Captain America.
Kevin King has been elevated to the active roster, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that.
Okay, Kevin King, let's go.
Like
so now we getting one of Jerry Gray's pieces in the secondary to now also help out with this passing game, because I think what they're going to see this week, you got Olave and that other kid, number 22. I can't think of his name.
Shaheen.
Raheem. Shaheen.
I was going, you know what? I'm not gonna make the joke or whatever. I won't.
No, please don't. I already know where you're gonna go with that. Please don't.
Well, I was just gonna tell him to bring me a bean pie sandwich, 2 pork chop sandwiches and a bean pie. That's what I was gonna say.
Man, that's so disrespectful. But
I've been watching. I've been watching House Plus. I've been watching House Party, and I got a little bit of Robin Harris in me today. So please.
Oh, love Robin Harris.
We built a lot of narratives last night, though. Whether y'all realize that or not, we really did. Just far as media presence wise, we killed narratives of come get your team right. We fix the narrative of, oh, if you got a player that's not getting off when they play the Falcons, y'all can get them right. People used to play us just to adjust their team to play other teams. Like, the statement we made last night is like, yeah, you may win, but like, I don't mind a loss if we really gave effort like we did last night. I can deal with that. What I couldn't deal with was us not even trying.
Calm down, my guy.
You know,
someone needs to roll up their window.
What happened? It's like, when I look at it now, they at least fight for each other. And I can take that. Like, I can take when the team fight for each other. I can take when the team really stand up for each other. They do that. And
sorry, hold on, Rich. I gotta cut you off for a second.
Hey,
William, Hold
Get
up,
your
Rich.
camera. Get your
William,
camera right
we
first.
need you to get your camera right, dog, because this is not Birdcage After Dark, bro. Please. There you go.
Hey, all we seen was lip, bro.
All we saw, listen, all we saw was the front of your face, dog. And that's why we're
Some
like, hold
lips.
up.
All we
That's all
seen
we
was
saw
lips.
was lips and teeth. I'm like, hold
All
up.
we saw was the white around your lips. I'm like,
Hey,
Hey, you ain't pull up on Metropolitan, did you?
no.
John missed the whole thing.
Everything, didn't he?
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about calm down.
John's like, nope, that's not me, bro.
No.
Hey, Rich. So
Yeah.
Rich is back. So here's the thing. Now that the league and I got shout
Somebody
out
got
to
an
the
echo.
Black Wall Street Journal, our boy Scoop. Scoop came out and he said it yesterday in the chat as well. And he said
Somebody got an echo.
that's William,
Guys,
I
I
think.
gotta log back out, man. I hate y'all when I get down. I'm almost on.
All
All
right.
right.
Yeah, that was William. So I'll say this. When you look at it, Scoop said it yesterday. Scoop said the whole league was put on notice. He said that as soon as we lost the game, he said that in the chat. And he said it again this morning when he started posting everything. It ain't gonna be sweet coming. It ain't gonna be sweet when you come off Northside Drive. It ain't.
No.
When you round Vine City, I know it's gentrified now, but we about to give you some old school Vine City vibes. I'm telling you that now. You
I
gotta
could
look
tell
both
though.
ways. You better look both ways as soon as you step off that east-west line. That's all I'm gonna say. When
But
you
see,
step off that east-west line and slide into the bins, just know your head better be on the swivel.
hey, but I
Because
could tell
we
though.
coming with it.
I could tell though because I've been watching the media since we lost. One thing I can honestly say, they usually dog us, and that's what I was actually looking for. And I hate to say that as a Falcon fan, but I'm so used to it. But the media were actually like, "Hold up now."
Hold up. They got wrong.
You heard what
got
Swag
wrong.
said
They
today.
said they got
Hey,
wrong.
They got
you
wrong.
heard Uncle Shay? He was like, yeah, Falcon go real.
Hey,
Yeah.
Uncle Jay said it last night.
Hey, look, he's still from
Swag, you
Georgia
said it
now.
today.
And
Hey,
but see, I'm gonna tell you what made it actually better though. That even besides us about to get robbed blatantly in their face in front of Roger Goodell down at the Benz, we still almost had a chance to win. Like, usually we're on the other side of history with stuff like that. Let's just keep it real. We usually on the other side of history with stuff like that. But I think like we're really it once it comes together, like we talking game 3 or 4. That's why I keep telling y'all, holler at me at game 10 or 11. Then we can really dissect
Rich,
what's going on.
Rich, you saying 10. I said the passing game gonna be straight by week 7. I've been saying that the whole offseason. And everybody been seeing that.
I said week 5. You said I said week 5. You said week 7. Yeah.
I've been saying week
I said
7,
about,
and I'm
I
staying
said
on
about week 5. We picked.
But then see,
So, all right, hold on. I gotta ask. I gotta ask. All right, I got to ask this. All right, all the good vibes, all the positive nature. I hear you all, but what's that going to do if we lose Sunday against our rivals? You know, the team that are in our division.
We can't lose
Because
this game.
that, in my view, this is a must-win, and not only that game, we've got that. We've not only got the Saints on Sunday, we've got the Tampa Bay on Thursday.
And then we
So,
turn around with Carolina.
well, but Carolina's on a Saturday. But what I'm saying is that Thursday night and Sunday combo, and you got 2 of the top teams in your division. Tell me how wonderful we are if we lose then, because right now we are having some issues, and this is all me and John I know have talked about. There are issues that make you go, they better hurry up and fix this, because if not, this season can go all downhill when you don't want it to. And there's not enough Radio Raw to save you.
Nah, but see, that refers back to playing in preseason. That's why I'm not mad about none of this. I don't feel like it's a must win like everybody else, because when these players ask to play, my thing is when someone asks you to do something and you say no and you don't really have a good reason for not letting him do it when he telling you, coach, look, I haven't played in a year. Look, let me get in preseason. Look, let me knock off the rust. And you keep telling this man, no, this what you gonna get. He gonna have to take these couple of games and he gonna have to get right. I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can't really in my mind, you can't really assess Kirk Cousins because, like, Kirk asked you, he begged you, let me play in preseason.
All right,
So,
cool.
So I'm not saying that it's not a must-win game, but what I'm saying is he almost treating this like preseason like the rest of these teams. I ain't really seen no team.
A little bit too late for that, though.
Ant, what's up, man? You into the benediction, dog. What's up?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today, man?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, eh?
We ain't doing. I ain't doing. I'm doggone sure ain't doing.
Hey, well, I feel y'all, man. Like, what you want me to do? My thoughts on last night is the same, and I talked about it. I think you asked me the three things they had to do to win that game. Number one, you had to get pass rush. They didn't. Didn't get enough pass rush on Patrick Mahomes that night. He didn't wreck the game for us, but he made too many completions to keep drives going. Number two, that goes back to my second point. The Falcons defense was terrible on third down getting off the field. You can't give up 15, 16, 17, 18 play drives. I don't care if you don't want to give up 3 points. That's time you're losing, and you wearing down your defense. Last thing, they did terrible on third down on offense. They were 2 for 9 on third down. You're not winning on Madden being 2 for 9 on third down, especially not beating the Kansas City Chiefs. But on top of that, man, I'm as disappointed as I am about the loss. I'm encouraged about the team, man. There's a lot of good things going on for this team. But like my man C-Double said, we can't live in fantasy land. They got to beat the Ain't Sunday. Point blank. They got to beat the Ain't Sunday. All this stuff we're talking about with all the national media saying, the Falcons doing good, all this respect we finally getting, that goes out the window. We lose Sunday. And if we got to win these next 3 games, is what Raheem talked about. Outrun the NFC South. It's time to outrun them. You got the Aints. You got the Bucks. You got the Panthers. Show me right now. Show me what kind of team they want to be.
But Anthony, here's the best part about it. We're getting these guys early before everything starts to gel. If you can't jump on them now and get a 3-game lead in this division, that's the schedule don't get no easier.
Nope.
The schedule don't get no easier. Now, I still say the trap game for the Falcons, and everybody laughed at me when I said it's the New York Giants. We always have problems with them. And now, and think about it. And now you got Malik Neighbors putting the league on notice right now. Now you're seeing why he was a first-round draft pick. Malik Neighbors a bad man.
That man
after what I saw Sunday. I trust my secondary. I think we got one of the best secondaries in the league. It's just the fact that we got to get off the field on third downs.
Yes.
Too many third and longs, as I always say. I'm gonna quote the great Kenny Stabler.
See, that's what I was saying.
And
I think that's what K Dub was talking about when he said I answered my own question. When I was thinking about it, you keep complaining about the yards, but that's what you allow when you run zone.
Yeah.
That's all of what you allow. You run zone against me and Madden to see what I do.
But Rich, we all say, but Rich,
even feel open. So if they catch it and that person is not in their setting, because I seen somebody say, "Oh well, K Nelson is our worst linebacker." I said, "How will he keep saving Troy Anderson?" I watched him plenty of time last night. No, Troy, you need to be over there. No, Troy, you need to be over here. So he can't do his job and save Troy Anderson. Troy Anderson.
They just missing Lando. Lando, get back in that motherfucker. Y'all gonna see what time it is.
Hey.
Well,
I'm sorry. Oh, it came out.
You got to pay for more.
$1 in the jar.
Your linebacker.
Come on,
$1 in the jar.
Hey,
everybody.
Rich. This is what I'm gonna give you. Now you talking about this. I got critiqued even by I gotta call you out by the Magnificent Birdcage crew, minus Cam, because Cam was the one who didn't disagree with me on this. I said the 3-4 defense is going to hurt us in a sense. Great game plan, but I called this in the offseason. Oh, you need to trust Raheem. You just sitting there saying that you poo-pooing this here and you doing this. No, the 3-4 defense with the personnel we have is perfect for that. You're not running on the 4-3. You're not going to get those gashes that we got last night to set those guys up like that with a 4-3. A 3-4 defense pretty much puts you in a position to where you're going to have to find constant pressure on the outsides. And what that does is that leaves your 3 defensive tackles vulnerable to those guards and those tackles being able to push the pile and create outside lanes. That's what it does. And if you can't stop perimeter runs or you can't stop different types of counters and traps that are in different holes, it's a done deal. Your linebackers are going to suffer as well as your safeties.
And that's why, honestly, as much as I hated it, I didn't really want to get rid of Nielsen because I seen how he was.
Yep.
If he'd have had this defense here, it'd be a lot more stuff shut down.
Look at what he's doing with Jacksonville's defense. Jacksonville.
Oh no, you don't right now.
No.
No.
Right now.
Nope. Don't say that now. Nope. They're getting blown out. Yep. They're getting beaten like.
Wait a minute. I'm saying before. I'm talking about before they getting drug in this game. Before they got drug in this game, let me make sure I put that out there. Before they got drug in this game or whatnot, because everybody get a game. Everybody gonna have a game like that. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Everybody got a game like that. Unless
you're right, bro.
Hell, even the 85 Bears had a game like that against the Dolphins.
The Dolphins drug them.
Their perfect season. But again, when you look at that defense in Jacksonville, they stacked. They stacked on that defense. And definitely their offense cost them. The first few games they lost, their offense cost them, just like ours did.
Sound familiar, don't it?
Yeah,
offense cost you the game.
Now, right now, they getting the hell kicked out of them. It's just what it is.
They get cooked.
But again, all I'll
Josh Allen's going, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown.
But see, the thing
I think the most dangerous team we're going to play is the Minnesota Vikings. The
Oh,
most
my
dangerous team we
Yeah.
Damn,
It is.
right
The
now,
most unlikely undefeated team.
Dude, Kevin O'Connell knows Kirk Cousins. He's gonna, man.
And Kevin O'Connell is using Sam Darnold's strengths. As John was saying about a quarterback with a quick release, guess what? Sam Darnold's been bounced around more times than a Blunt and the Snoop Dogg video. It's just what it is. But being real on this, that dude in that offense, when you see him in Minnesota, it felt like a glove. Justin Jefferson was pissed when Kirk Cousins left. And now look what's happening.
Boy, he's loving life right now.
And their defense is a problem right now.
It wasn't that bad.
Not to mention they got a running game too.
John,
I got a statement, fellas. Let me just make a quick statement right quick. I think the next evolution of the coaching staff is learning to adjust in the game on the fly. They did it from week 2 to week 1. They adjusted with the offense with Kirk Cousins. And now they got to adjust in game. Last night, I don't know if y'all noticed, but Collinsworth and what's the boy? Collinsworth and the other guy. I think Tirico kept talking about.
Tirico.
He kept talking about that first drive. All the Falcons were doing was outside zone. They start gashing the Chiefs in the running game. After that first drive, Spagnuolo he shut all that down. It was no more outside running pretty much the rest of the game. And the Falcons didn't adjust to it as far as how they were running the football. They just kept going outside zone. It didn't work. They went outside zone in the 4th down play. It didn't work. So I think the next evolution is the coaching staff learning to say, okay, in the middle of the game, this ain't working. Let's start running halfback powers, halfback dives, whatever, get them straight downfield instead of going out.
Get more creative with the damn running game. That's not the only way you can run football.
You had Darnell Mooney coming around on end rounds, using that speed. You had Ray McLeod. Ray McLeod had one of the biggest games in the game.
He had a 20-yard game.
Man, one thing I will say about that Chiefs offensive playbook after me watching them last night, the way Andy Reid disguises that offense is damn near genius. Excuse my language again, but I watched him come out of 4 or 5 wide and still do a running play where you thought he was going to throw the ball, so he adjusted. And I thought we were going to do that once we ran that misdirection with Ray McLeod. I thought we was finna get real nasty with the run design, but I guess, that's neither here nor there. I'm not the offensive coordinator.
But Rich, you know how far back that goes? Rich, you know how far back that goes? You saying it's disguised like that? It goes back to his mentor. It goes back to his mentor, Mike Holmgren, when he was in Green Bay. When they was
Mike right there.
Think about it.
That's what I'm saying. I know it
from the 49ers with Roger Craig, and you had Jerry Rice on one side, you had John Fitton on the other side. and you had Dwight Clark, because remember, they was coming in when Freddie Solomon and Dwight Clark was getting phased out, and they was running the rock with Roger Craig the same way, running 4 and 5 wide back in the day. John, you remember that?
Yep.
You remember that sitting in Fulton County Stadium being pissed off and drinking, watching Bill.
But I mean,
hey man, I'll talk about that right now. Let's talk. Hey man, PST.
But I mean,
PTSD.
PTSD.
But no, I even noticed the design of how the first play will be shotgun, the second play will be the I formation, the third play they coming out the pistol, like the way he did. And I know it go back years. I'm not expecting Zach Robinson to do this next week.
Oh, Zach Robinson did something that was old school, and I'm gonna bring it up for my true football heads.
Yep.
Zach Robinson ran the old T formation. If you don't know about the T formation, that T formation was made famous by the old Chicago Bears back when they had Bronco Nagurski and one of the founding fathers of the NFL.
You need to be watching once a week.
Let me mute that. He in daddy mode right now.
Oh, yes, he is.
So, but getting back to it,
man, y'all hearing stuff I can't hear.
John,
come on, John.
John, you're not that old. Stop.
I muted it, John. I muted it. He was in daddy mode. You don't even be John.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
I didn't hear.
John, you're killing me.
He ain't trying to let you see. You just looking for all the juiciness tonight, man. Stop it. But getting back to it. That T formation.
John woke up and chose violence.
But let's be real. But that T formation has not really been used. The Bears made it famous when they pretty much ended up changing everything over and revitalizing their offense. We brought a form of the T formation in last night with the offense.
I
thought I was
a few months.
I thought I was tripping.
And that was something that nobody's seen in years.
I'm trying to learn.
Is that a T formation?
That's what I was leading to, Ryan.
That's what they did.
That's what I was leading to. I noticed how our offensive coordinator hasn't even got into the gums of our playbook yet.
Yeah,
you
man.
don't see it because you see certain plays where you can tell he took this from this, that from that, this from this. But it's like, I don't know what it is they have to personally do, but I'm really after that Philadelphia game, man. I just really feel like they got the chains on Kirk. They won't let him be the quarterback. Like you keep trying to run him out of something that you want him to run it out of, and it may not be working because that may not be the type of quarterback he is. So I know I'm having success under center, why am I just gonna keep running back the pistol and shotgun when I see where a lot of Kirk's success is coming
He's
from?
He's not healthy. That's why they're running that Rich. They're not hard to cut you off. He's not healthy. If you seen on that stretch play where he literally looked like he was trying to hand that ball off to Bijan for dear life. Unless you knew right then and there that he probably at 60 or 70% at best.
He was hoping he'd make it hand the ball off to him.
I think he's a little bit more healthy than 60-70%. But the key thing is he's not healthy. Bring in Penix for certain plays and formations. I mean, what could it hurt? Because this is ridiculous.
I don't know.
Your coach's pride.
I'm not doing
GM pride.
Now, one thing. Now,
said your coach pride.
Okay, now, right now, Penix going in with a makeshift offensive line. No,
bad move.
Whoa. Actually, McGrady wouldn't be his blind side, so that actually may not be that bad.
Now his blind side. Well. See, the thing is, Storm Norton. Okay, he's been good in some games, but how many games has he played?
Norton is a blind side, man. I don't know about that, fella.
John, Norton has over
Norton
20
is not
games
in blind. Norton ain't a blind
Norton ain't no
side.
young pup, man.
Yes, he's a left-handed quarterback. Yes, he is.
And see,
Penix is a lefty.
Yeah, he got. Okay.
And Dahlman. See. Oh man.
These two people that y'all throw under the bus every time. Dolman and McGarry. Why is y'all so worried about
No,
these
Dolman's
guys?
gone. No, Dolman's injured.
I know he gone. I'm saying, why y'all crying now? All y'all do is, they're turnstiles.
Well, see, okay, now K-Dub. Now the reason why I'm saying something about it is that you a lot of times you got to deal with the devil, okay, and we had gotten used to Dolman sterilizing quarterbacks with those snaps. See, we had gotten used to him doing that, and see, I hadn't heard anything about it this year. In the 3 games this year, I hadn't heard anything about it. So I'm saying, okay,
hold on. You see Rich down there smirking when he said
well, Richard, he missed him now. He missed. So that means you missed them guys now.
Yeah, well, see, the thing was,
you don't miss me till I'm gone.
You don't miss me till I'm gone.
Okay, you don't appreciate me till I'm gone.
Okay, but the thing is now, now K-Dub, you got to look at it like this, or I'm going to give you a scenario. Okay, you got people, their shortcomings. Their shortcomings. Now, a man at the center spot, even with those shortcomings, he was serviceable. He was good, but he still had shortcomings. The person you replaced him with, quarterback got to get familiar with him. Yeah. He's got to get familiar with the quarterback. Offensive lines, with all of the problems that they have at all 5 positions sometimes, they gel. They got to gel together, okay? So that the quarterback knows, running back knows, everybody knows, okay, just like Bob Whitfield used to be on that left side. Now, every dog and his daddy knew Bob Whitfield was blind in his left eye. Yep. Okay, so you know what they did to him? They lined up wide. And Bob Whitfield, he was trying to see him. He was trying to look at him. And the thing is, if he saw a shadow, he jumped. They would flag him for false starts all the time.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, it was the truth. Now he started out on the right side.
Whitfield.
You know what?
He started out on the right side.
You know what? This is what happened when y'all let the cricket deacon get a little bit of that damn communion. He started.
I'm sorry.
He started talking all kinds of foolishness now.
Yeah, well, now all I got to say, am I lying?
You ain't lying about that.
Yeah. Now, and the thing was, teams got used to that. Now his offensive lineman got used to it, and you know what they did when they snapped the ball? They tapped it. Right when they girl snapped the ball, they tapped it. Okay, so that eliminated that to a certain degree. All right, but thing is, offensive lines got to jail. Offensive lines have got to jail.
Well, we got
John. I understand how offensive lines work. I'm just trying to say, go ahead and say you missed the guys, and when they come back, stop talking so bad about them. Appreciate it.
Oh no, we're still talking crap about him.
Well, now,
I missed him. I've been wanting Storm Norton in there.
You sure have. You've been on that train for a long time.
But listen, I ain't backpedaling like Prime did in 91 and 92. Damn it, I'm coming forward like Walter Payton, putting that stiff arm in your chest. I ain't backing off. I want Storm Norton in there. I've been wanting him in there because we need
you do.
But see, now K-Dub.
I don't know about Storm. We'll find out about Storm.
Now you know K-Dub.
We found out that last year. Storm is
a solid player.
Storm is decent. I mean,
don't miss me when I'm gone. Don't miss me when I'm gone.
Well, I mean, no matter what happens, you gonna miss him whether he was good or bad. You gonna miss him whether he was good or bad. And old cement shoes over on that right side.
I do not. Hey, look, let me get you wrong. Let me get. Hey, do not speak for me because I do not miss Red, and he's gone. Okay.
You don't miss who?
On that one.
I don't miss Ritter, and he's gone.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, everybody.
Step off real quick, man. Hey, man, appreciate y'all. I want to come on in here,
All
talk
right,
trash,
Foot.
But
Foot,
I'm gonna be
good seeing you.
this other thing done.
we ain't got long, Foot. We ain't got long.
We ain't got long.
We ain't got long.
Hey, Foot, we gonna see. Hey, Foot, we'll see you Sunday. I got you this week. You know I'm gonna be in the city this week, so you know I got you. Hey, Foot done froze.
Oh, you froze. He froze.
Foot done froze right now.
He got you that smile too.
Look, he said goodbye and froze on us.
Yeah, man, he hit that off button. He'll hit that off button quick.
Larry.
But serious though, man. But moving forward, man, Raheem Morris gotta make some quick decisions, man, because that center is gonna be questionable, man. That center, that's a big blow, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, that's a big blow. And we don't have Philip McGregor. I hate to say it. I know I've been on him about Drew Dahman. I give kudos to Drew Dahman because Drew Dahman this year he was playing phenomenal until that injury happened. Cause they did some little dirty stuff on us on the low. The ref went and called it nothing, rolling on Drew Dahman ankle. Yeah, the Chief players dirty, but it's all good though. It's a must win against the Saints. And Zach Robinson, I need you on the field with the players. You got you out that press box, brother. You got to be creative. All that trying to play the sketch, trying to do them outside zones. Teams are already adjusting to it. So you better have a better scheme plan. Get Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, and the boys the ball. You can't be going. We rank down lead like 25th or 29th in red zones efficiency, and we only average 17 points per game scoring. That's not good. That's not good.
Right. You right.
I'm not arguing with you on that, but my thing is I ain't retracting on it. I've been saying we need to move on from McGarry. I said we need to draft his replacement this year. I stand on that. And my thing is Storm Norton is going to be pretty much a stopgap until we draft somebody that's going to be able to protect the future blind side of our future quarterback that's sitting in the wings waiting right now. We got to get somebody that's going to be able to block, because at the end of the day, you got a guy that's healthy right now but had an injury history, and you got somebody protecting his blind side that definitely is not the best blocker. You got to get somebody that's going to keep him upright, because if you don't, man, Terry and Raheem will be out the door if something bad happens to Penix. And I don't want that to happen. I want my quarterback, my future quarterback, to be upright and not have to worry about his blind side. That's something that I don't want.
Definitely.
Raheem,
but we need to get like Philly then and go get us somebody that weigh about 350.
John.
I'm saying.
Did you hear what he said?
I look at it like this. How did Georgia?
Does he have two vowels in his name?
Wait a minute, John. I want you to hear what John says about this, because this is his trademark. I'm not gonna take it. John, what do you say about the offensive lineman and D lineman, buddy? What you want?
Here we go.
All right, hold up. There we go.
I saw last night. I saw last night. With the way that Drew Dahman got hurt, the way that also the man on the left side, he was sitting up here wincing in pain along with McGarry. Number one, I'm sick of this zone blocking, this outside zone blocking. I'm tired of this. That needs to stop right now. We need to get people that name ends in a vowel. I won't put your stomach in a wheelbarrow and drop it on the line of scrimmage. Bloop. And when they hike the ball, you stand up and walk this way. You just keep walking, because all of this fancy swimming, this is student body right, student body left. And I posted something today that someone was saying on one of the talk shows today. We don't pull guards. We don't pull guards. The whole damn offensive line pool. Okay? We need people that knock folk over.
We ain't got
we need people that knock folk over and block folk and occupy folk. The same way that the Falcons defensive line gets all jammed up with a whole bunch of people and you get them all together, you can't see the hole. You can't see the Joker's hole. And they were holding last night like nobody's business. And see, that's something else. Every time I look around, the offensive linemen were doing like a cat do when you poke him in the stomach. They started doing it right after they done held you. and they turn around, they throw the hands up like this to show the official, supposedly show the official that they weren't holding. What in the world? And I mean, they were doing this all night. But
So John,
and see, boy, I tell you, I'm just saying, we shot ourselves in the foot. True, we shot ourselves in the foot. True, but the thing about the officiating is just, you can't beat 18 folks. You can't beat 18. 11 can't beat 18. Especially when you got a man in the back of the end zone staring right at the play when the ball hit the man in the back of the head because he done tackled Kyle Pitts. Everybody talking about, well, you need to throw it up. Throwing it up wouldn't have been nothing because the man was in his chest. See, the only way to remedy this, gentlemen, the only way to remedy this with the officials, we are going to have to become, just like I tell Foot and I tell those people over there in the Hawks group, we are going to have to become the bad boys of the NFL. I don't care how many penalties we got. Damn, Baltimore had 100 yards of penalty Sunday. They had 100 yards of penalty Sunday. We need to stop being the clean-cut choir boys or whatever, and we need to start getting thrown out of some games. They asked Raheem Morris. Today. Hey, what did you think about that last call? Raheem Morris said, "I love my money, son.
Yeah.
You gonna need to get thrown out of some games. You gonna need to be paid some fines, and the owners and this general manager and these people here are gonna have to tell it. I don't care.
Hey, John,
I don't care."
John, I know you say you don't care, but here's the thing.
Sure.
I've been preaching this since the birdcage has been started. You literally have echoed what I've been saying for years. Am I lying, Glenn?
No.
I've been saying this. I'm tired of bringing these Bible Belt boys in.
That's
I've
what he
been
always
saying
said.
this.
Bible Belt boy.
Amarius Mims in,
But
Ryan.
see, that's what
he
I was
is?
saying about.
Yep. Trent Brown just got hurt. Amarius Mims in.
Damn.
That's what I was saying about the offensive line. I've been feeling that way since Matt Ryan. I don't really care for the inside-outside zone. I want that power line. I want that old Cowboys line. Everybody weigh 350 or better. How the Georgia offensive line?
I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna tell you the offensive line I want, and I'm gonna go old school with it. And I don't give a damn because they was one of the best to ever do it. I want them old school Raider offensive lines from the 70s and early 80s. Go ahead and look it up. Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, Henry Lawrence, FAMU alumni. Let's also talk about John Vella, happy fella that'll tear your damn head off. That fought hell. Let's talk about it. John Vella got in a fight with some Hell's Angels in Oakland back in the day and walked away unscathed. Those are the type of cats that I want on my offensive line. I want them dudes that ain't scared to, hey man, we getting ready to kick some ass now, and we gonna have beer. We gonna have a couple of beers afterwards. That's the type of dudes I want on my old line. I don't mind having a guy that might be a little jacked up in the head a little bit. You got to have some folks like that. I miss the Harvey Dahl type of lineman that we used to have.
I do miss Harvey Dahl, man.
I miss Harvey Dahl.
He was nasty, boy. He'll tell you about it. He'll poke you in the eye and everything, bro.
Bro, defensive linemen were scared of Harvey Dahl for a reason.
Dangerous.
He was dangerous.
And Tyson Claiborne too. Tyson Claiborne on that right side, that right tackle.
Yeah, bro.
I'm telling you.
I can't make it, man. I got to be at work, man.
Man, I'm just saying. I need
Let me ask you a question, fella.
What you got?
What you say, Will? I can't hear you.
Than 305.
What'd you say, Will?
I was saying, man, I can't make it. I got a new job. I work at Walmart now, so I ain't at that little sleeving job no more.
Hey, Will. Will. You know what? I'm gonna get at you after the show, man. I got you.
All right. But I was saying though. But anyway, man, moving forward, those fellas, I know we ain't gonna be on it long. We got to win, man. It's a must win this week. I hate to say
it's a must win. It's a must win.
It's always a must win versus the Saints. I mean the Bagheads. It's always a
must win. Say it again.
It's always a must win versus the Aints.
I know it was the rough cheated us. We got to take it as a chance. Just we're on the Saints because we know Alvin Kamara going to try to run the ball and they're going to try to put on halfback angle routes, and we need Troy Anderson to cover him. And
Good
we
luck
got
with
challenge.
that.
Our safety we got to cover. Mike Hughes, AJ Terrell, D. Alfred, we got our hands full. So we got to do what we got to do on defense, get some turnovers. But the offense, we got to score points, man. Raheem Morris, you need to be on Zach Robinson ass this week. I don't care what you do. Excuse my French. I know I'm supposed to be cussing. God forgive me, but we got to be on your Zach Robinson. You got to be on the field this game. We cannot be in no press box this game.
Well, I say this, man. This is just one of the things I'm gonna put out here, and I know Rich getting ready. I know Rich getting ready to chime in on this one. With this defense that we got right now, they've got to be in a position to where they've got to bring pressure this week. You can't
Got to.
let Derek Carr sit back there and get comfortable. You can't. Because we talked about the
They already
3-4 and the
running the
4-3. We
1.5
talked
speed
about
on
that
your boy.
3-4 and the 4-3 defense. With a 4-3 defense, Derek Carr is a sitting duck.
You gotta switch it
3-4
up, 4-3.
defense, that 3-4 defense, you give him outside lanes and the option to actually run to the perimeter.
Yeah,
Not
we
saying
gotta
he's
switch
the
it up.
fastest quarterback, but he definitely is dangerous enough to do a little something.
We have to mix
So
up our coverage, press coverage, corner blitz. We got to do a lot. We got to do a lot because I play man. I know. We like that 3-4, but we got to switch it up this game here because the Saints is averaging 30 points
Yeah,
per
we
game.
gotta be multiple without looks. Definitely.
Well, Philly just gave us a freaking blueprint on how to beat them, though.
pretty much. So let's
Yep.
go ahead and get to this. Let's go ahead and get to our final thoughts, gentlemen, because we are now entering that zone of where it's almost time to close out the altar. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Rich. Rich, you go ahead. William, C Dub, Graybeard, K Dub, and you know we gotta let the cricket deacon close us out. You
Oh
know
yeah.
how it goes.
Oh yeah. Got to.
It's the
He that
benediction
is
is only right.
last. He that is last shall be first. He that
What?
is first shall be last.
Well,
Now, either
Well,
one of y'all. Now, I don't mind, going in between you guys or whatever that nature. I'm just visiting and just very happy you guys let me come on or whatever. So, there are no little eyes or big U's in this church.
shout out to Larry, man. Larry in here clowning, boy.
what's the difference between a Hank uniform and the Ish thing? Nothing, because they both were formed from damn.
Okay, Larry. All right, Larry.
That's the comment of the day. Larry don't cuss on his show, but definitely is very creative on how he uses it. So,
And
fellas, let's go
in
ahead and
only the
start with it.
Dixon way.
Rich, I
Floor is
want to hear
yours.
what you think. What do you think the defense is gonna have to do to slow down this offense coming up this week? And what adjustments would you like to see with the defense this week?
I'd really like to see a rush adjustment more than anything because I think if we get the rush started, that may help our linebackers a little bit more, especially if we can get pressure with our front without having to run the stunts and the blitz. If you can get pressure with the four, that'll allow time for your linebackers, I guess, to say get in position without. Because every time you do something extra, you throw Troy Anderson all the way off. I seen that during the game. You can't
He's
do
not a coverage
it. You
cornerback. I
got to
mean
have a
linebacker either.
plan with him. You can't play backyard defense with him because he gets his attention. It's almost like his attention span too short for him to catch and react. So I feel like if we could get more pressure, that's why I hate the 3-4 because you looking for pressure from other places when you could just run a 4-3 base and switch in and out of certain looks. Because to me, I just think our defensive line will feel better if we do multiples more than per se just a 3-4 look. I've always felt like for our 3-4 scheme, Grady Jarrett just wasn't the right person because when we had him in that 3-4 look, the year we went to the Super Bowl and they were switching it, when Dan Quinn, even though he did the cover 3, he was still switching between a multiples look when we got in the playoffs into the Super Bowl. So that's why if you go back and look at those games, we was lined up in the 4-3 when Grady got the majority of his sacks from rushing because we were switching it up and we didn't have all our all our DBs trying to create the pressure. But I just think that I don't really see them throwing on us like that. I don't really see no team throwing on us like that. Kansas City couldn't even really throw on us like that. You had Pat Mahomes. I've never seen a game where Pat Mahomes been shook to throw. Not like this. You say what you want about the game. I understand we lost, but I did see some good bright spots out of our defense. I just think we need to play tighter. Like what Williams said, more press coverage. We need to press more. Quit giving them 15 yards off the ball. That's another reason why I hate playing zone, because most of the coaches that play zone gonna get them 10 yards,
15
especially
yards,
if they scared of their speed. Sometimes you just gonna have to match up and say, you know what, best man on man, it is what it is. Why get burnt? Hey, we just know to do something else. But I think our defense can fare well if we just lock everything down in the front, because our back end locked down. You're not doing too much throwing on the back end. I'm not
It
even
just,
worried about the
yep.
DBs.
It's just the
Well,
defensive
Rich,
line.
I gotta let my man Will cook on this one. So go
Yeah.
ahead, Ty. I need you to talk about the back end. What do you expect to see from the back end or whatnot this week?
I'm gonna expect Troy Anderson, move Troy Anderson to make him get on to Derek Carr, Judon. I need Raheem Morris to activate Brandon Douglas and Aruku, man. That's why you drive people. I understand with these rookies, but you got to put them in, man. You never know what these rookies gonna do, man. Cause like you gotta keep that defensive line rotated. I know Dave Altamada, he gonna step up, but Troy Anderson need to move the defense and Ellis have to cover Alvin Kamara this game here for sure, for sure. And I just say you put pressure on Derek Carr all day, press coverage, do a lot of 3-3-5s with the nickel, So, Mike Hughes got side, AJ Terrell got Rashid, you gotta switch it up. And offense, you better score some points. I don't want to see the same halfback calls. You gotta be creative. You gotta do some comeback routes, bench routes, chase routes, vertical. You gotta do a lot.
I can't
So
let you cook on the offense, dog. You got defense tonight. I gotta pay. I gotta spread the wealth, dog. You'll cover
all
the whole thing. No, sir. Can't do that.
right, all right.
Chris, what you got for the offense?
Oh, I get the
Offense,
offense.
honestly.
Rich, you had your time, dog.
Hey
It's
man,
Oh,
Rich.
I
enough,
thought you said Rich. My bad. My bad.
enough, enough.
Man,
It's
look,
the
look,
hey, these
look.
the final thoughts right here. This I'm trying to get everybody in before we shut it down.
Hey man, you back in that
I mean,
camouflage. You can't see me.
look. I mean, I go by C double, but I get it. When someone calls me by my government name, I know it throws people off. I just was like, I didn't know I could throw my voice out there. Oh man, you're good, Rich. All right, offense. I need Zach Robinson to go to the bookstore. You got some money.
Oh
I
shit.
want you to
Here we
get an
go.
idiot's guide on how to play OC. All right. The Water Boys coach had one. You might need one. All right. Or call Farmer Brown from Waterboy. He might help you because you make no sense sometimes. The other thing, Kurt, you have a pair. Let's let's be honest and start looking at people and go, hey, I'm Kirk O'Chains. Back the hell up. I got this. Because for Zach to dictate to you what you need to do, nah, bro. This is and Ra. You said no preseason. I'm not giving you a preseason pass. No, sir. Because it was all about health and it was all about we're going to be ready to roll. Well, this person that likes to cover the Falcons, well, I'm watching you going, okay, this is your test because you now are going to run the South. Are you going to win these games or are you going to lose them? The offense has to dictate the whole time. The offensive line, third down, stay on the field. I don't
Changes.
care if it's third and 1, 2, 3, or if infinity. You need to find a way to get the first down and stay on the field. Keep the Saints offense on the sidelines, make them want to be panicked and then make mistakes because, quite honestly, it can happen. This is our home. This is our home field. Play like it is because I'm sick and tired of hearing people say, well, there's no home field event. No, there is if we could stay on the field drive that ball. And this is another nugget. I don't know if you knew this, Raheem, but they drafted a tight end 4th overall. I know it's kind of crazy. Let's use him. I know. Don't get scared. And that 2-5, when it's like 3rd and 1, just give him the ball and let him go straight up, not zigzag. Okay? I mean, can we do that for me? Just that'll be my birthday wish. Okay? Give me that.
Damn.
Hey, Gray Bill, what you got, man?
I mean, what more can I say after that?
I was gonna give you special teams.
Yeah, special teams, man. I think we can do a little bit better. I expect us to be able to execute. A.V. Williams did have a bad game. We might have to see who else we can put back there to return. Hopefully, man, we don't have to punt it much. And, hopefully we can cover, do what we have to do on special teams. Just overall, what he said, man, I think we need to be able to capitalize on 3rd down and get off on 3rd down. So, hey, man, let's just take this L, get ready for these bagheads, get them one of these great ATL ass whoopings, and look forward to the next game.
Thursday night.
K-Dub, I want to ask you this right here. I'm going to let you hit this one up. What would you like to see more from the leadership side in this?
Well, I like for them to basically quit being so arrogant, for them to be a new coaching staff, and kind of like I say, stick to the basics, man. I mean, they can get cute maybe later on in the season, but right now we need to get on a winning streak, and that calls for, like I said, not going for it every 4th down, because I think that's kind of biting us in the butt. And like I say, but like I mean, you got to get more creative out there as a coaching staff, as a head coach. I mean, you got to step in and make the final decisions. I know you pay those guys to be your coordinators, but oversee it. Don't micromanage. But like I said, some of the things that these guys on the panel have brought up, we have to implement. Like in short yardage situations, Algier needs to be on the field in those short yardage situations. I mean, I don't know what Bijan is doing in the weight room, but he looks like he's busting out muscles, but he can't run nobody over. So I don't know what's going on. But for the coaching staff, pour into those guys, let them know where you're coming from, and then continue to just coach them hard, man. And let's pray for better outcome this particular weekend and moving forward.
Well, I think you touched on that. We gonna let the Cricket Deacon John Harris, aka the Jackleg Preacher, put a bow on this one.
It's about to go down.
John, I want you to touch on in this situation, because we've touched on defense with Rich and William. We touched on offense with C-Dub. We talked about special teams with Graybeard, and we talked about the leadership side with K-Dub. I want to know what you want to see out of Raheem Morris as a head coach now, because you talked about you wanted to put your foot up his tail, and what you would say to him. Guess what? You got 2 minutes to cook.
Well, it wasn't Raheem, but he can get some of this black train crossing smoke too, because Raheem Morris needs to get that smile off of his face. He might even need to grow a damn beard to cover that doggone what the old folks say, that old chest cat grin he got on his face all the doggone time.
Looking like the Peanut Man.
Because as long as you come into somebody, well, I think you might have got that wrong. I really appreciate you talking and listening to. No. He needs to collect fines like lint on a black felt sweater. He
Who's
needs to be
dialing up
collecting.
internet. Hold up, John. Who's dialing up internet, man? Come on now.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm trying to
Stop it.
Somebody got dial up.
Somebody got dial up on here.
They got that old school dial up where you go deep.
Yeah, we hear that dial up. Keep going, John.
But I mean, this team, like I said, This coach has got to tell this team, really, just like Jerry Glanville, everybody's against it. We don't give a damn because we coming out there, and on Sunday, we're going to be on our worst behavior. We don't care how many penalties we get. We don't care if the league doesn't like us. You need to paint that picture, and that's the picture that you need to hang up in that locker room and remind everybody that nobody out there is your friend. The officials ain't. The cheerleaders ain't. I don't even care. Your own water boy, he can get this 5-finger symbol. You know, everybody can get it. Just like Buddy, right before he came out. When he used to come out of the tunnel for the Vikings, hit me, Rich. No, that wasn't good enough. Hit me.
That was John.
That's John Henderson.
John Henderson.
Yes, from Tennessee.
The Jaguars in Tennessee, and he came out and played for the Tennessee Vols. That's Big John Henderson.
Yes.
And I want to see Terry Tate, offensive linebacker, in the locker room and in the official room. Because this has got to change. We are too freaking nice. If you have to draft them from over there off the corner of Simpson and Westlake, go get them. If you need to go down there to Oppression, Alabama, go get them. Find somebody chained up in the backyard. Find somebody chained up in the backyard that you've been feeding collard greens and gunpowder to. Bring them on up here. Everybody on death row down at the end of Boulevard. Go get them. I'm just like Harvey Korman and Blazing Saddles. I want muggers, thuggers, ruggers, buggers, luggers, suggers. I want introverts. I want reprobates. I want everybody. Because see, we are going to have to change the dynamic of this team because we are too nice. We are too absorbent. You got a commissioner sitting up in the doggone booth watching this doggone mess. Oh, those Falcons, they're just so nice. This is a beautiful place that we're in. They have a 100-yard bar. I can drink all the way from the 20 to the other 20 and won't have to pay. No. This needs to change at this New Orleans game. This needs to change at this New Orleans game. Yup. Hey, official get in the way, run him over, stomp on him, leave cleat marks on his face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't take no more of this.
Hey, accidentally. Since y'all don't want to make the call, we're gonna make you pay out here on this.
You don't want to make a call? I'm gonna give you a call to make. Assault. Attempted murder.
Hey, John, how the old folks used to say it? Oh, you gonna cry after you get this woman? I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
That's right. I'm gonna give you something
to get that whooping.
That's right. That's right. You keep on doggone. Okay.
Something to cry about. Okay.
I'm gonna give you something doggone cry about. And see, when I hurt you so bad that you can't make the call because you're standing there just like Bernie Mac said with that frozen cry. And you fall over in a heap on the field. You earned this. You earned it. That man, cause man, I'm tired. I'm tired now. I'm tired now.
I'm gonna say it for you. It's a fit now that we have officially moved on from Kansas City. It's hate week. I'm gonna say it like this. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm telling you that now. I'm a bust to the white meat. Just like Bernie said. That's what we that's what we need in the Falcons organization. Them type of cats, that is what we need. So I'm gonna finish this thing up and say this. I'm gonna have a lot to say on Thursday night, but I will say this.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all know it's hate week. It is what it is. We had KC by the vice grips. We let them go. But this week, lock the doors. They ain't getting out. Lock the doors. They not getting out. I'm saying that.
A lot of hatred gonna be going on Saturday.
This is how much I hate the Saints. I ain't put on a football helmet in over 15 years. I'm amped up to the point to where I want to tell your boy Richie Grant, sit your ass down. I got this here this week. My hamstrings can work for one game. Let me get in there. Let me get a piece of this here.
Leave Richie out of this.
All I'm gonna tell you is this here. This one of these games like this, dog. Like, I don't like nothing or nobody that's got on a Saint uniform. Family member. I got family members that's Saint fans. I'm gonna tell y'all this here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on. I disown you for this week.
Dang.
Sunday, we all right. But I disown you for this week. And I will disown you again for another week in this season. Understand this. I don't like you.
A lot of people.
I would make you sleep under the bridge if you was at my house right now. I tell you, go sleep under the bridge. You can't even get a cup of lemonade in my house. Slide. That's how much I hate the Saints.
Yep.
So, with that being said, we're gonna conclude the benediction on that note. So, Saints fans, your ass is on the clock. This is your boy, the historian. Appreciate all y'all coming through tonight. John, Rich, William, Steve Dub, the magnificent Birdcage crew, Graybeard, and K-Dub, as well as Coach Cam. He had to step out and coach his kids. Oh, yeah. And Alabama, y'all asses is on the clock, too, this week.
That's right.
That's right. Dogs and the Falcons will get the dubs this week. So, I'm in a place where everybody want to say they ain't got no scholarship in the X platform. I'm going to tell you this. I have no class this week. Pretty much class is dismissed, ladies and gentlemen. This is the benediction. We out.
Bye-bye.